Let us understand the role and importance of CIA in information security management. The three components of the CIA triangle are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. They have served as the industry standard for computer security since the time of the first mainframes. These three concepts are a great foundation for the dynamic world of information technology. They are responsible for the development of several new key components in the expanded CIA triangle. Organizations look up to these basic concepts as the building blocks to information security. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability are the foundation for information security. CIA forms the basis on which the information security is built. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability work together to provide assurance that systems and data remain secure. Every part of CIA triad is equally important. Depending on the data and IT resource, different prioritization of the three will be required. In the next screen, we will learn about confidentiality. The principle of confidentiality asserts that information and functions can be accessed only by authorized parties. Private information about citizens has resulted in the proliferation of information systems operated by both government and industry. Typically, a personal profile containing many items of basic information are established when an individual begins a relationship with an organization. This relationship is started when a person makes a purchase, registers to vote, renews a driver's license, pays taxes, or consults a physician. Even if the purpose or the duration of the relationship is brief, often the information will remain on the organization's information systems for an extended period, often for many years. Individuals expect that their confidential information will not be disclosed to unauthorized parties and that it will be properly protected. However, some organizations may not handle the information properly, resulting in an unauthorized disclosure. This could result in an attempted identity theft or financial fraud carried out against the persons whose information was compromised. Military secrets, which are highly confidential information, can be taken as an example here. Military secrets can be accessed only by authorized personnel. Threats to confidentiality are from many sources. Hackers and masqueraders compromise the confidentiality of the data. Any unauthorized user activity can also compromise the confidentiality of information. Other threats to confidentiality are unprotected downloaded files, unprotected networks, and unauthorized programs like Trojan horses and viruses. Social engineering attack, which uses social skills to obtain information, is another threat. The next screen will focus on integrity. The principle of integrity asserts that information and functions can be added, altered, or removed only by authorized people and means. Integrity is achieved through a role-based access control, which is the generic name for a mechanism that controls the actions performed by individuals. Information may be stored in a database of tables consisting of tables, rows, and fields. The concept of integrity governs which individuals are able to modify which tables, rows, and fields in the database. Incorrect data entered by the user into a database can be taken as an example here. In data security, the need for integrity encompasses software, systems, and the people who design, build, and operate them. Software must operate properly, particularly when a program is accessing and modifying data. Systems must be properly configured so that the data that resides on them is managed and updated correctly. The people who design, build, and operate software and systems must be properly trained on the technologies that they are using, and they must adhere to a code of professional ethics that guides their behavior and decision-making. Similar to the confidentiality, the threats to integrity come from hackers, masqueraders, unauthorized user activity, unprotected downloaded files, networks, and unauthorized programs like Trojan horses and viruses. Authorized users can also corrupt the data and programs accidentally or intentionally. Next, we will discuss availability in detail. The principle of availability asserts that systems, functions, and data must be available on demand according to agreed-upon parameters based on levels of service. In other words, systems should be available and in function. A good example for availability would be network load balancing. Availability is multifaceted and involves separate safeguards and mechanisms to ensure that systems and data are available when needed. These safeguards range from firewalls and antivirus software to resilient architectures for disaster recovery planning. Availability covers nearly all the aspects of data security that directly or indirectly protects a system from any harm. Threats to availability are denial of service and distributed denial of service attacks, natural disasters like fires, floods, storms, or earthquakes. Availability can also be disturbed by human actions like bombs or strikes.